All right, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Apple event that literally just went down, and I just got done, and I need to go to work in 15 minutes, so I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible. I'm going to try and condense the last hour and a half or more into like a 5-10 minute video. So this is what's going on. Apple today started off the event by talking about some stores and things like that. They opened up a new store in China, which is their latest one. It's a very beautiful store. I'm not going to bother showing you that though. What we are going to start with is they started the event with the Apple TV. Announcing that the Apple TV was going to get a new channel, and this new channel is, as you see on my screen right now, HBO Now. It's going to be exclusive to the iPhone. It's going to be exclusive, or not to the iPhone, to the Apple TV. It's going to be exclusive to the Apple TV and Apple Store, and it's going to be great. It's going to be $14.99 a month for this service. I'm pretty sure it launches next month, if I remember correctly from the event. There's just so much stuff that happened. I'm trying to keep it all in check. And as you already seen, the Apple TV, they also announced, is going to now be lowered to $69.99 from $100, which is absolutely fantastic. I think that's great. So we're going to keep moving on here. So now we're going to move into Apple Pay. So Apple Pay, they started talking about this, and they say it's now available at over 700,000 locations, including GameStop, Subway, Bloomingdale's, Nike, Foot Locker, Coca-Cola vending machines. Coca-Cola vending machines are going to have Apple Pay. So there's no trying to pull out your bill and make sure it accepts it. You just tap your phone or your watch, which we'll get to later, and you'll be able to do all that in Chevron, Dick's, Toys R Us. Lots of locations, AT&T, many places, hotels and things like that as well. Whole Foods, as we know. There's not really much news on this for the most part, other than just some updates on Apple Pay. Now we're going to move into Research Kit. This is a new thing that they just announced today. They were talking about one part of the medical field that's really struggling is research, because it's a very cumbersome process into getting someone to do this, like to get them to go into like research studies and all this stuff. And they're hoping that Research Kit is going to resolve these issues by embedding it in every iPhone with some apps, which they have. Well, first they're working with all of these places to make this to develop WatchKit, which by the way is going to be open source. So it's going to be great. I think it's actually one of Apple's first open source things. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, so you're going to be able to sign up for these medical studies by your signature through the app for each one, for whatever disease that they're trying to research on, there is going to be apps for all of those eventually. And we're going to say there's a Parkinson's app that's available today. This app is they're going to be able to do studies. So like tap two fingers to see, and I guess that can help detect Parkinson's and things like that. Like help them understand it more, as well as it can detect different variations in your voice using the microphone to really help with that as well. And there's going to be 5 of them to start: breast cancer, diabetes, Parkinson's, cardiovascular, and asthma. The asthma app is a little bit different. New York, right? What they're going to be doing in New York is they're going to be launching hardware. They're giving that hardware along with like Bluetooth inhalers and things like that to capture more data and things like that. But it's more on helping you manage your asthma than anything else. And they're also going to swab the streets and things like that in different objects to find pathogens that make people with asthma, that make their lives difficult. So those are going to be available, all 5 of those apps, March 9th, which is today. So now, the new MacBook. Okay, so this I'm excited about, but at the same time I'm not. So I'm excited. It's going to come in 3 finishes. It's going to come in silver, space gray, and gold. And as you can see, it's a very, very thin profile. Very, very thin. It's going to be 2 pounds. the lightest MacBook they've ever shipped, as well as only 13.1 millimeters. And as you can see in this picture here, we have the MacBook, the new MacBook on the right, and the MacBook Air on the left. It's thinner than the MacBook Air, which is absolutely amazing that they've been able to do this. And they've been they made the size of the notebook or the MacBook to be the size of the keyboard. So they've shrunk it down as small as they can, made the keys bigger on the keyboard as well. And they have this new mechanism. So the traditional mechanism that you see on the left is the way keyboards work right now. It's very cumbersome. It's really actually horrible. And I can't wait till they upgrade the Apple wireless keyboards to support this new butterfly mechanism, which Apple has developed. It's an all-in-one design, just two pieces. You got the hinge on the top, and then you got the button underneath. And it's basically allowed to have uniform pressing along the button. Like right now, if you press, you're actually probably going to hear that. You can get, the keys can be unbalanced, and you can press part and they can bottom out, and you may not actually press it and things like that. So they're hoping, they say this is going to fix that problem, and it's also going to allow them to get the key thinner, as well as having individual LED backlighting for each key for more precise lighting of the keys. So you can see that here. So each key is individually lit. The escape button is a little bit weirdly shaped, but they're keeping full. It's a full-size keyboard, completely full-sized, not been shrunken. The keys are actually enlarged, so the space in between each key is thinner, I think, but the keys are bigger, so that's good. Anyway, they also got a brand new trackpad. They're calling this the pressure-sensitive Force Touch trackpad. Technically just the Force Touch trackpad, but it's a pressure-sensitive trackpad. That's great. This is what it looks like on the inside. So it's just got it's got some sensors on it, as well as their tactic feedback engine, which is what that middle piece there is, the coils, which basically, so there's going to be no click. Technically, you're just gonna you're either gonna tap or you're gonna force tap on this trackpad, and then it's gonna vibrate depending on pressure sensitivity, I think, if I understood it correctly. So this is another, so you got the Taptic engine, you got the force sensors, and then you got the capacitive glass touch surface, which is all great. And it's going to be multi-touch as well. This is more for helping keep it thinner than anything else. So with this Force Touch, they've shown off a few things that people can do with their apps. So if you highlight a word, you can force touch on it, and it's going to give you dictionary lookups. Or if there's an address in an email, you can grab a map of that. Or you can, the more you press down on, let's say, the forward button in QuickTime, it's going to fast forward the video faster or slower, depending on how much pressure you're applying to the sensors. So this is the inside of the MacBook. This, of course, not everything is in here, but the batteries and really everything about this is really fantastic. So I'm going to start with the circuit board, I think. Yeah. So the circuit board is 67% smaller than the 11-inch MacBook Air logic board due to its fanless design, and it's also the most, well, you can see there all the transistors and capacitive and all the things on there. It's the most dense board that they've ever created. It's running Intel Core M processor, which is pretty sure that's 5th generation, so it's Broadwell, with Intel 5300 graphics. It's going to have a Retina screen, of course. But these batteries, so they're getting 35% more batteries in the same amount of space. So as you see on the bottom picture, you have your regular battery. You can see this gray box in this darker gray area. That's a normal battery. As soon as they curve the design, that's just going to be empty space. So they've developed these new batteries where they can stack the cells on top of each other to create different thicknesses, and they can terrace them throughout the MacBook to just give it a better, use up all that space to get as much battery in there as possible. So with that, you're going to get all-day battery life, 9 hours of web browsing, and 10 hours of iTunes movie playback. That's just quoted by them. And, of course, the normal MacBook and environment stuff. It's EPEAT Gold, Energy Star 6.1 Arsenic, and mercury-free displays, BFR-free, PVC-free. The first time ever, beryllium-free, and they're highly recyclable because it is an all-aluminum design. There's not one piece of plastic on the enclosure. It's completely made out of aluminum. Even the hinges, the whole thing is complete aluminum. So they're going to start at $12.99. This is where I kind of start not liking it, to be honest, is the price. I think it's a little bit too expensive for what they're going for here. But you are getting a 256 gigabyte SSD, which is going to add some cost. The all aluminum design, the brand new stuff. It's definitely, it's not horrible, but still, you know, I wish it was a little bit cheaper. But hey, we'll see how it goes. So you can get an upgraded version starting at $1,600. You get a faster processor. You get a 1.2 gigahertz dual core Intel Core M processor, the same graphics, same amount of RAM, but you get a bigger SSD. Moving on. So that's going to ship. Okay, not moving on yet. That's going to ship April 10th. And now we're on to the watch. So this is the Apple Watch. They got the 3 different collections here. So you got your aluminum, you got your stainless steel, and your I'm not sure if they changed the carat value of the watch or not. I don't remember what it was before, but it's 18 karat gold now anyway. I'm pretty sure it was 24 karat, but it's 18 now. So anyway, moving on. So with the Apple Watch, they started talking about the features of going over some things that we already knew. So we knew that we could do you could change our music with it. Answer messages, text messages. But the new thing really got the crowd going was you're able to accept and place phone calls from your Apple Watch and not have to interact with your phone at all. So it has a built-in speaker and microphone for doing so. So there's going to be a new watch, Apple Watch app, as you can see there. So you can go into that app, and it's basically going to give you it's going to allow you to discover new apps and different things like that. Pretty much things to do with the Apple Watch. Now, so this is your aluminum lineup. So they got just the 2 different. They got the space gray and silver finishes with your different colored bands. So white, looks like pink, green, blue, and black. So here is the app, the Apple Watch app. It's basically just going to allow you to get apps and things like that. And there's actually a lot of apps that are already ready for it. And you are going to be able to get all of your sorry, excuse me. You are going to be able to get all of your apps, or all of your notifications that you get on your phone will work on your Apple Watch. And I'm pretty sure that's going to go back to the start. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much the gist of the thing. There's a bunch of more stuff. I just couldn't cover it all. So anyway, guys, if you guys want to watch that, you can go to apple.com. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the homepage right now as of like today and tomorrow, maybe, for the special event. I'll also leave a link in the description below to go to this event. You can watch it through yourself. It's only about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And so again, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See ya in the next video, which I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to get it up.